Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another BB pistol review. Today we're looking at the Gletcher Gold APS Stechkin CO2 Blowback BB pistol, and this is the tabletop review. I won't be doing a field test review for this exact pistol, but I already have reviewed the standard APS Blowback pistol, which is essentially the same gun without all the gold bling. No etching, doesn't come in the wood box. It's just your standard APS. But again, they're mechanically the same, so they will perform the same and shoot the same. All right, let's go over some of the specifications. This is a replica of the Russian Stechkin Soviet military sidearm. Now, since this is the gold etched version, it comes in the nice wood box. It's a real wood box, velvet lined. I'll show you that in a minute. This pistol has blowback operation and is an almost all metal design. It has a smooth bore steel barrel, uses 12-gram CO2 cartridges, and shoots 4.5mm steel BBs. It has a 22-round metal stick magazine and weighs a pretty hefty 2.29 pounds or 1,040 grams. It also has a single action and double action trigger and hammer. The sights are adjustable for elevation, and it has 25, 50, 100, and 200 increments. Now, this gun shoots in at about 394 FPS, which I have verified when I did my shooting test for the standard black or gray APS, and it pretty much got right around there. A couple shots over 400, some shots under, but right in that ballpark, and it wasn't a super hot day either, so it could perform better on a hot day. By the way, accuracy wasn't too bad either. So in general, this gun shoots pretty well. Shoots as nice as it looks, I guess you could say. So if you want to check out that shooting review, I'll put a link in the description of this video for you. Now, this gun is distributed by Gletcher SMG Inc. or Sports Manufacturing Group, and it's made in Taiwan. All right, let's take a quick look at the box, because it is a highlight of this gun. I mean, it's a nice all-wood box. You've got your gold latch there, right? You've got your Gletcher emblem. Okay, inside, you've got this nice sort of a brown lining, right? So the gun fits in there pretty nice, right? By the way, you do get even a little, it's not like they just simply put the old manual in here for the standard APS. They put the gold one in there, so you've got this nice manual with the proper gun on it, right? Of course, you're going to have all your manual information in there, specifications, right? Even all these pictures are of the gold gun. You know, they didn't really skimp out on it. It's kind of nice. A lot of companies would have just put the black one in there instead of just doing, redoing all the images. So it's a nice touch. Right? Okay. Let's pop this out. You can see it comes with the Allen key too. Alright, I want to quickly compare it to the standard blowback APS, the non-gold version, the non-etched version. Really, again, mechanically the same guns, okay? Right? You have your basically same features. You've got safety. You've got basically single or semi-auto, and then full auto is disabled, by the way, on these guns because it's not a feature built into the BB pistol. Okay, and you have the slide catch release, which works, locks back on the last round. Same for both guns, right? Both guns pretty much weigh the same, look the same, other than the gold, mechanically the same, operate the same. So, if you're looking for a gold gun, some people are, some people aren't. You either love them or hate them, then this is definitely the way to go. If you just want the same gun, you want the same performance, then you can go with the standard version, which is about half the price. Right now, I don't usually like to talk about prices on the website because they do change, but what we're looking at in terms of price at this very moment is $349 for the gold box edition and $179 for the standard version, which is, again, in Canadian funds. All right, let's do a quick walk around of this pistol. Get up nice and tight into it here so you can see the etching, right? Lots of bling on this gun. There's your metal slide catch release, right? There's your safety, so that's safe. Fires, so you got double action and single action. When the blowback happens, it's going to operate the slide, which is going to put the gun in single action mode, which makes the trigger lighter and easier to pull. Okay, you have the open ejection port, right? So you can see inside the gun. You have your adjustable sight there, right? You can adjust it for different elevations. Okay, there's your hammer. Again, single double action. Okay, let's take a look at this side quickly. There's your caliber. information about the company. All right, plastic grips, metal trigger, black metal trigger. Okay, you got your magazine release. Stick magazine, by the way. Nothing fancy about this, just the same stick mag you'll find in both models of the gun, right? Put your BBs in there. Pop the spring back up. Oops. Okay. And your CO2 goes in. Remember how it goes in? It's the grip here, so you got this little hole here. Get your finger in. Your CO2 goes in there. Okay, snaps back on. And your sights. Nice gold. The barrel isn't recessed. You have basically a plastic cover that covers the metal barrel. This is just so it doesn't scratch up. A lot of times these barrels will scratch up from basically the slide moving back and forth. So that's just to sort of stop that from happening. Alright, so let's do a quick, basically a quick field strip. I've done the field strip for the other gun, but they're pretty easy to field strip. Take your magazine out. Usually I like to cock the hammer. It makes pulling the slide back a bit easier. And just like a Makarov or a PPK, you just pop that down with your finger, slide back and up, and there she is, right? Really easy to get inside here and take a look. Okay, we can put that back on. Well, let's take a look inside here. So there's your blowback seal right there, right? And there it is. We're back together. Really easy. Slide's pretty nice. It's got quite a bit of snap to it. Gun has decent blowback. Really nice gun to shoot. Trigger's pretty light in single action. There is a little bit of creep as it basically allows a BB to get into the chamber there at the first part of the stage, but other than that, it's pretty reasonable. And you can shoot in double action too if you need to. So pretty good. Alright, let's talk pros and cons. Again, one of the highlights of this pistol, not just only being gold and being etched, it comes in the nice velvet-lined wood box with the custom manual, has all the right pictures in it and everything. It's a very solid and weighty gun, mostly all metal, coming in at just over 2.2 pounds. It also has a nice high-capacity, 22-round all-metal stick magazine. The blowback operation is pretty heavy. The slide also locks back on the last round, letting you know when you're out of ammo. Most of the operational parts work like they should. The slide catch, the safety, the hammer, the elevation adjustments, the magazine release. It's also nice that this gun is fully field strippable, and there is also the possibility of being able to attach a stock for a standard Stechkin. You can see here it has the area to mount a stock. Even though I haven't tested this exact gun, I have tested the standard blowback APS, and it shot pretty nice for me, right around 400 FPS with about 2-inch groupings from 30 feet away. Alright, a few cons. No recessed barrel opening. I would have liked to have seen a full-size dropout metal magazine on this gun. The full auto feature is disabled on the safety. That may be just to make it more allowable in other countries, so they just made one version. Some countries don't allow for full auto BB guns, like Germany, other countries like that. Here in Canada we can have them, but not in Germany and other places. Now the gold version is a lot more expensive than the standard blowback version, almost double in price. So you have to factor that in if you're buying this gun. Do you want the bling or don't you want the bling? Again, a lot of people either love the gold or hate the gold. Just depends on your personal taste. Alright, that wraps up this review of the Gletcher Gold APS Stechkin CO2 Blowback BB pistol. At the time of this video, we do have this gun available in our Canada Replica Airgun store. We also have the standard blowback version as well, if you're interested in that model. So make sure to check us out at replicaairguns.com, where we have our Canada and US online replica airgun stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, blank guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, knives, and other accessories. Of course, we have a whole bunch of other articles and reviews and additional photos for you to check out of these guns that I review. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care.